Hello, everyone. Happy Thursday night. We're here with another week and another week closer to the holidays, another week closer to a new decade, and just another weekend in general. So I hope you guys are having a good week. I've been thinking a lot this past week and the past couple weeks, and um, actually, one second. I'm going to put this link in our Sobriety Engine channel so that everyone there can see this live video. Give me 2 seconds. And if you are watching this video right now, we are talking about self-care, kind of what that entails, what your version of self-care is. And I want to know, like, if you want to write in the comments what your version of self-care is. I know for mine, it's a little bit different, and that's what I've been really thinking about this week. Give me one sec. All right. So let's see here. And hi, Nicole. Hi, hope you're doing well. Hi, Sue. Hi, Mom. Anyway, let's see. I'm going to post this real quick. So anyway, back to what I was saying. I think this is something that's really important that we talk about during the holidays, just because, it can get frustrating. We can get really busy, and this season can get really hectic. And so, if you are here watching, if you want to say what up in the comments, I'd love to say hi to you. And so, for me, when I was using, I never had a problem with, like, obviously, like most of us, never had a problem with overindulging and like this attitude of like, I'm going to treat myself when I want to. So like, when I read these articles about like self-care, like you need to take a bubble bath and read a book, I'm like, okay, really? Like I don't think that never applied to me. And so I've been thinking about that a lot this week and kind of, like what self-care means to me. And I'm going to say hi to a couple of people. Brittany is here. She says, hello, everyone. It's been so long, but she's still on the sober path. Congratulations. I'm glad you're here. 6 months and 5 days sober off meth, one day at a time. That's right. We're here for you. Hi, Carla. How are you? And hi, Brian. So anyway, what I was saying about self-care is that, I would read these articles when I was getting sober, and articles that like I would just see on other websites about like, I'm going to go take a day to do my nails or shop, or take a day to not do anything. And I really, and like, I have no problem doing that. And I don't know about you guys, but, for me, self-care is more about discipline, like following through with the things that I say I'm going to do. Because for me, I like to start, I have like 5,000 projects I always start, and I just don't stop them. I mean, hello, brain fart. I like to start all these projects and I don't finish them. So, like for a long time, like I never finished a book. I still never finished like a Netflix TV show, unless it's Game of Thrones or something. But I start something and I get bored. And I find that in my pattern in my life has gone on for a very long time. So for me, self-care is, discipline, getting up every morning at the same time, meditating every night, and that to me is true self-care. Let's see. Hey, Jonathan, how are you? You guys, Jonathan is in the comments. I hope you don't mind me saying this. But Jonathan is our new podcast host. Woo woo. And just a little self-disclosure for Sober Nation. If you guys want to be on our podcast, there's a link on our website. It's at the very bottom of the website in the footer. And you can sign up to talk with Jonathan on our podcast. It's going to be really cool, going to be really exciting, and you can tell your story. You can type in the little application, whatever you guys want to talk about. So yeah. And then also, another little self promotion. If you guys have not heard, and I feel like it's impossible that you have not heard. I feel like you have to heard this by now, but it's really exciting. We launched our Sobriety Engine platform. It is kind of its own social media platform, and I've been messaging people like all night on there because I just find a lot of connection when I'm at home working, and like seeing different messages on my computer from people that are sober that I can connect with. And um, it's just a really great tool and a really great resource. And you can have it on your phone. You can have it anywhere. You don't have to be on a computer. So it's really exciting. We're going to be launching some new stuff on there. And yeah, so I hope you join. It's so www.sobrietyengine.com. And I hope to see you guys on there. You can always shoot me a message. And yeah, but anyway, back to what I was saying. Like have found for myself within the past year that I like to work a lot, and I like to, you know, overindulge in these types of things that make myself get recognition from other people. And for a long time it's taken some meditation, some realization that like that's not everything that I should be doing. So, I'm going to post an article in here about self-care. There's an article I wrote a while ago, and it's 7 steps to kind of some self-love, some self-care and recovery. Just about being mindful is one of them. Getting support. I mean, if you don't have a support network by now, and even if you're just starting out and are new at obtaining one, I mean, that is one of the biggest and crucial things that you need on your sobriety journey. Another step, I mean, forgiving ourselves. I mean, I know me, I like to beat myself up. Who doesn't? And yeah, I mean, I beat myself up for way too long. And finding what you like to do. I mean, I know for me, I like to do a lot of different things. I like to go camping, go to music festivals, different things like that. But I think recovery is about finding, like, it's a trial and error process, like finding out what you like to do and kind of honing in on that. Brian says that self-care for him is getting up every morning at 4:30 a.m. for a 5 a.m. workout. Brian, literally, I have no idea how you do that because I hit snooze probably 7 or 8 times before I get up. No, I'm probably exaggerating a little bit, probably 2, but getting up early on the weekends, no. No. Like 3 or 4 a.m. Sorry, that's like what time I'm going to bed on the weekends. Life has really slowed down since he quit drinking. He can be still sometimes really weird but enlightening. I mean, Brian, literally yes to everything except the time. But I mean, I think that's really awesome if you can get up early. When I do get up early, I really enjoy it, but not that often that happens. So Roger's his accomplishment is his new addiction. What are you accomplishing? I want to know, because that should be recognized, even though sometimes we can try to accomplish things and do it for too much recognition. I think there's a point where it can be just accomplishing things for too much recognition. Literally, I just said that. Veronica is not here tonight, as you may have noticed. I'm flying solo, so I'm talking to myself. Let's see. The next thing is stop comparing. I mean, that's another, I know I still do that and find myself, I mean, I still compare myself to friends, coworkers, and, now I have some mindfulness and some insight in that. and that, I can stop myself. But um, Karen, do I want to get up? No, I don't. um, let's see. What are the comments are rolling in? Heather will be sober for 2 years in March. Congratulations, Heather. What you're saying, yeah, you work a lot to keep yourself busy because of fear of being bored or having nothing to do. I can totally relate to that. Because like, if you're bored, if we're bored, then we just like sit with ourselves, and like, who wants to do that? But that takes a lot of practice, and it can be uncomfortable at first. But over time, it doesn't have to be. I was told by a therapist, and one of my mantras for the past week has been just be, just sit with yourself and learn how to do that, because without work, without, TV, without friends, just try and sit with yourself for 10 minutes a day. I know for a long time, like I could never go out to a restaurant to eat by myself. I was so nervous. I was so scared. And I think it was like maybe after a year I got sober. I was able to do that. Or like going to a movie theater by yourself, like sitting with yourself in that uncomfortable feelings, that it helps us grow and helps us deal with those negative things that come up, which can be really uncomfortable. But that's also why a support system is so important. And having all these, different tools at your disposal is so important. Ways to connect spiritually, ways to connect, with other people. How did this person do it? Let me see. Randy, thank you. Eileen, so glad this popped up on your Facebook again. You like this format so much. Self-care includes your self-care, Eileen, includes meetings, Bible study, and getting outside into nature, fellowship and meetings with supportive, loving people who get it. Yes, meetings, getting into nature, that's like one of my favorite things. I live close to the beach, so I go there at night and like to meditate, or go there and just like hang out. Even during the weekends, I'm really not tan, so I burn easily. So sometimes I stay away when it gets really hot outside. But Daniel is asking, how do I stay busy? I think you stay busy by finding what you like to do, filling your time up with different activities, finding friends that are into the same interests as you. Let's see. Jimmy says, as a school counselor, it's easy to put self-care on the back burner, especially this time of year. And see, like, as a school counselor, like, you are constantly looking out for other people's needs. And so maybe the type of self-care that does involve a bubble bath, or, like taking a walk or taking a day off to not do a damn thing. Maybe that's the type of self-care that you need. I just know that doesn't work for me. Let's see, Jimmy, I make sure to take time, continue practicing guitar and attending weekly lessons with you. That's awesome. I didn't read the rest of your comment. Playing guitar to be soothing and relaxing, almost like meditation. Absolutely, I agree. I play a little bit of guitar myself, and it's really helpful. Haven't done it as much as I used to, though. Roger, what is the Sober Engine app? So the Sobriety Engine app for your phone, either iOS, Apple, or Android. You can find it in the Google Play Store or the App Store. And it's called Mighty Networks. So it's on a platform called Mighty Networks. So that's the app that you're going to want to look for. And then you can sign up for the Sobriety Engine app. But I don't want to confuse you, because you can just go to sobrietyengine.com. I'm going to put it in the comments right now. And you can, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to put it in the comments, and you can go on there just to that website, sign up, and then you can download the app from there. So it's really simple, really easy process. If you do join, send me a message, say, hey, And let me know what your type of self-care techniques are. But anyway, what are you guys doing for the holidays? I want to know. I think that's all I have because Veronica's not here and she usually takes up the other half of the time. Tim's not here. He was going to be here tonight, but he is sick. So he's not able to be here tonight. But hopefully, I think in the coming months, in the coming decade, we're going to have a couple other guests on here because I think that's important. And I really want to know like what you guys are struggling with, what you guys want to talk about, what you need help with. A topic that came up a couple weeks ago was talking about either depression or anxiety in recovery, because I know that's a huge something that that people deal with. So I'm going to leave you guys with that. I hope you have a great weekend. I hope you guys have a great night. If you do need help, you can always reach out to me. My name is Tori. You can email me at tori@sobernation.com. You can always go on our website, submit your sober story. I know I'm giving you a lot of information right now, so you better be taking notes. Your sober story. And if you want to be featured on our social media, I know I get a lot of messages that do ask like, hey, can I put my picture on your Facebook? But there's a process you have to go through. Just go on sobernation.com, sober stories. It's really simple. It's not as hard as it sounds, as in making it sound. Anyway, you can also apply to be on our podcast. This is exciting. On the bottom of our website, sobernation.com, there is a link that says tell your story on our podcast. And Jonathan, he was just in the comments. He is going to be hosting that. So super exciting in the coming new year. And maybe let's see, what day is next week? Next week is the 19th. All right, so it's not the holidays yet, but I think we should talk about like what's going to happen in the recovery community, and not just ours, but like the recovery community, the opioid epidemic, the drug crisis in the next decade, because I really think that is something that is going to change. Within the past decade, the opioid epidemic really took off, and there was an article that was posted on BuzzFeed. It was earlier in the week, and it talked about, I don't want to get the number wrong, but it talked about how the opioid epidemic killed 500,000, 500,000 between 2010 and 2019. So I want to talk about like our predictions, I think, with what's going to happen. There's a lot of legislation in the works, like always with the opioid crisis. And I think there's going to be a lot of changes coming. So we'll probably get a special guest for that, which I have someone in mind. Anyway, I hope you guys have a good weekend, and I could just like continue rambling on about the future and about plans, but now I'm just future tripping. So have a good weekend, you guys, and I will see you guys next week.